This composition makes a ton of sense. Life going to the Nico. We've seen him go towards a decent amount. There's enough engage on the comp, even outside of having a primary engage source, which I think the Nico doesn't really excel at.
That has been their biggest weakness, as you were alluding to, as Pyosik does have control of the top side of the map with his bottom lane that are up there. Lahen's looking to wrap around as one of the grubs will fall to the DN Freecs. Can they get another one? That's going to be the question here as Shape Splitter comes on through.
Gideon got one.
Yeah, managed to get one of them, and now Pyosik is in trouble yet again. Seismic Shove is good. The bullet time is going to rain on through. Actually gets a fair bit of damage down, but Geo actually standing his ground here as Lahen's not actually going to go down. Finally, Bulldog finds him as the Pop Blossom, the flash to follow Geo as Bulldog gets over some rocks, but still will be able to finish off the Ezreal, and the DN Freecs, they win the fight and they take most of the grubs. All right, Bulldog does get snapped back. That is a dash, and so he does stun himself. But looks like the DN Freecs will be able to grab themselves a dragon. And Nongshim not actually interested in fighting for this one. Wanted to give Geo a little bit of time towards his top side of the map.
Doesn't sound very believable, Atlas.
All right, well.
I could see, you have definitely have some similarities with Han Solo.
Well, I mean, I have worn a belt before. In fact, I may be wearing one now. Some upgraded shoes could certainly go a long way for this composition, as it's not going to be this particular objective that they'll be able to pick up. That's Gideon collecting that one.
I'm not allowing myself to feel excited for the DN Freecs until I see another team.
I still, like, even though they have a gold lead, I don't even think they're ahead. But it looks like Pyosik just going to start this one up, and with zero vision control, Nongshim are just going to have to concede feats of strength to the DN Freecs. They're doing it, Chronicler. They're at least going to pick up the feats of strength.
Infernal Rift on the map as well.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
Also, looking at what the DN Freecs have.
And Muramana is exactly the same thing. Look at that tier, 282, such a good item. Okay, Rift Herald not going to quite be able to take the turret, but it looks like Kingen is going to just brute force it. Pop Blossom lands onto 2 as Public Execution gets Dudu into the backline, but Calyx is there to save his 80 carry. And Kingen on this side is going to mean that Berserker cannot walk up to try and get that extra damage down. And now without too many ultimates left, the DN Freecs lose a lot of their power. And that's Nongshim finding just a really good skirmish, putting them in the lead now as far as that gold.
The idea...
Okay, we're looking for even more here, as in goes Lahen's. They take down the Yone. Can they get anything back? Berserker does a lot of damage. Lahen's finally falls, and it's Life that actually picks up the kill.
It's fine.
Oh.
This might be a bigger problem.
Yeah, Gideon has decided to bring his friends as the Solar Flare is going to connect. It looks like Dudu is very, very dead. The minion wave is gone, but look at that. No one even lost health.
Lahen's took like
4 turret shots or something?
Yeah.
Just fine.
Yeah, he's Leona.
Yeah, that's certainly working. As Pyosik, it's his turn to park himself underneath this turret, realizing that that is going to be a lost cause and does exit the area. That is only going to extend this gold lead here for Nongshim.
Past multiple members of Nongshim. Also can't really do that. And it's that disjointedness that is the core issue of DN Freecs, right?
Yeah.
And then we want to see them fix. They are still very much in this game.
Dude just going to be taking care of these minions where he can. Fantastic minion Mystic Shot accuracy. As Nongshim going to take their first dragon, that's going to be an Infernal. Possible Quad Infernal is a very scary prospect.
Fine, just don't stack the buff and become paper and die.
Yeah, also don't turn immediately because as you can see, they've lost a bunch of resistances.
Oh,
Shot Barrage is going to cut Bulldog in half, almost literally. As Dudu looking for a flank angle, but he finds Kingen. Now it might just be a bit of a top laners battle as this 4v4 is going to erupt. In goes Lahen's. Pyosik taking a lot of damage as we can see. Pop Blossom not going to connect onto the main carry in the bullet time. It will get rid of the Pantheon, and Pyosik takes down the Otacon. But can they get themselves out of there? That's the question. As they get all of that experience, all of that adaptive damage.
Gotta be careful.
Yeah, no, this time around though, it's like they did something real bad. As Lahen's going to find Pyosik. Does have that frost armor and stuff like that. He's going to be pretty tanky. Solar Flare going to hold him in place though as Life gets to line up the Pop Blossom. Berserker will cancel that ulti pretty early as Calyx trying to get on top of him. Kingen getting in amongst it as Bulldog going bananas, and it's Dudu that grabs a double off the back end. He's now trying to dance his way out of it, and Nongshim just fall apart in the team fight, trying to focus down this Pyoshik, who is a champion now and doesn't really need to try too hard to be one.
We take a look. So we go all in on Pyoshik, who, as you mentioned, has Heartsteel.
Heartsteel, Frost Armor.
I know, I can't wait.
Nongshim just started Baron.
Yeah, they're looking for the turn, right?
There's a ward in the back of the pit here. Seismic Shove going to throw Pyoshik away. He's looking to try and just get himself in there to try and take a steal, as it's not going to happen. Dudu trying to get on top of Gideon, PopBlossom into the backline. Pyoshik still going to go down, though, as Kingen looking to dash away. Nongshim just needing to keep these Barons alive. I just saw that the jungler got it, so it was probably fine.
It was fine. It was flash though. So I think he E'd the Q3 and then Bulldog got them with the ult, so Gio had to flash.
Yep.
DN Freecs, they still get another shot.
I could understand is a pretty good thing to do. The blast cone still up and available. Bulldog going to cut through that one as now Calyx looking for the angle. The double shove going to connect Life. Going to have to go golden as Calyx does the same thing. PopBlossom still going to be channeled though, and Life helps take down the Taliyah. He's happy to trade his life for it, as well as now Bulldog is just dead. Kingen going golden as well as he looks to dash away. But Berserker is a monster in this game. And with only Gideon and Gio alive, I don't know whether they're going to be able to defend this dragon.
Oh, the range. Gio's trying to play to it.
Yeah, Pyoshik moving on in as well, and he is a true tank right now. Gio gets flashed on here by this Sejuani, and he is not going to get away. Yeah, he still has cleanse, by the way.
That's Soul!
Yeah, that is just going to be Soul picked up.
They're getting Soul Atlas! What? Is it happening?
Why does Gio still have cleanse, Chronicler? Here's the silver lining. They're guaranteed top 2. That's okay. Kingen clearing out vision where he can. This Baron is just going down. Gideon wanting to get some vision in there. Down to 6k. They get a control ward across. Calyx holding his own as they have spotted Dudu on the flank. Glacial Prison will connect. PopBlossom on a 3 again as Life has been so good. Bulldog diving into the backline, but Gio, he gets himself out of the way. And they do go 1-for-1 here, but the mid laner traded for the support once again isn't great. They take down Calyx though, and that gives DN Freecs a huge advantage.
I don't know about the Baron though. Gio is still alive, Kingen's alive, Gideon's there, they're going to try.
True shot barrage.
I don't think they need to go for this Hail Mary.
Yep, that's a legit amount of damage as Pyoshik continuing to get softened up as Kingen moving in, snip, going to connect there as Dudu just goes down. Pyoshik looking for that turn angle, but now it's Nongshim finding it. Berserker cannot kite, and the DN Freecs have thrown it all away once again as Life. He will remain alive, but he is the only one that will, as once again the ultimates from Gideon have been laughable at best, but it does not matter!
No! They had it! They could have just leave! You have Infernal Soul! You don't need to flip the game! You're not actually that purple! Well, now you are! Now the game is done! Oh my god.
Did you hear Gwen's little giggle as he dashed over the wall there? And this has been swings and roundabouts in this game, right? Like when we think someone has a lead that's going to be difficult to come back from, the other team finds an angle.
In the same way you do see, it's the depth of that gold graph. Up until that point, it was always very close. The swings were on you, but now the swing is massive. Yes, DN Freecs. They still have a great team fight. They still have the combo. Bulldog can sync up with Berserker and Life.
Oh dear. The Weaver's Wall does make sieging just feel so much more comfortable as well as they take down the turret. And Lehens, yeah, they pseudo-engage onto the Leona, and then they remember it's a Leona. And so Lehens, like later on in the game as well, when you've maxed out the Eclipse, like the Leona is like very, very difficult to take down. And so focusing on Lehens, taking him out at the beginning of a lot of these fights like they have been doing, it looks fantastic. A little bit janky and old-fashioned at the beginning, but now looking good as Life is going to PopBlossom Calyx and then go golden. Okay, teleport is still coming through. There is the dash cannon. Finally throws some rocks at him, goes golden himself as Gideon's come back down, but it looks like Calyx is going to be dead. Dudu dashing around like a madman as in goes Lehens, and Bulldog's looking for it. Gio not going to be able to kite this one out. And like I said, swings and roundabouts, Chronicler. The DN Freecs are looking for it, and you tanky, but he ain't tanky enough, Kingen. And Lehens is on the wrong side of this. I don't know what he's doing here, trying to pull a wave or something like that, but he's dead. That's going to be an ace. That should be Elder. And the DN Freecs, it is now their turn to have the game in their hands. For better or worse.
Like maybe, no, Talia's going to be up. You don't have Nash.
Oh,
okay, well maybe it works, but oh, this is stressful.
well, they lose the minions, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so
No, I think they've done it.
all right, 2 seconds on the Talia. Giu's up in 5. The Weaver's Wall is going to come down. Does it get rid of the minions? That's the question. Seismic Shove is decent, and they cannot do it. They cannot do it. Dudu is going to be taken down so low. It was a Hail Mary.
You could have just gotten the free Elder!
Well, I mean, if you're going to go with the theme of the game, Chronicle, if you remember when they went for the Baron and threw the game away, it was also a little bit of a, you could have done X, but they did Y. Pop Blossom looking for the backline. Life finds yet another great angle. Pureshik going down low, but he doesn't die. It's the Snips that are able to take him out, and Nongshim are standing their ground. Life running the wrong direction. There are pings onto the Nexus. And it's now Nongshim's turn to see if they can end this game.
Okay, but wait, they don't have TP.
All right, so maybe instead they're just going to do the Elder?
So they will do Elder.
Aha. And then win the game? No, I haven't really noticed. There's been a lot of things in this game that have not necessarily gone the way that was written on the tin. How we say a lot of that stuff about the tin.
Are we the problem? I feel like this has happened a disproportionate amount to us.
This is like going to the supermarket buying baked beans and inside there's a cat. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
I'm so confused.
I signed up for this thing, and it's not the thing.
You just signed up for beans?
Yeah, it's like you're like, I thought I paid for
signed
a
up
Netflix.
for beans?
I signed up for a Netflix subscription, and I've got like a gym membership instead. It's like, that's the opposite of what I'm paying for. My brain it's gone, but now we've got a siege on the Nexus. One Nexus turret left remaining as in goes Kingen. He's going to take a lot of damage. The Pop Blossom is decent, but there is a big, angry Dragon. Gio able to use his Arcane Shift to get out of the way. It's a triple for the Pantheon. It's a quadra for the Pantheon. It could be a pentakill for the jungler of Nongshim, and there it is!
Oh!
And now they're going to end the game, I guess, after they've taken down the troll inhibitor. This game could not be any more weird, but congratulations to Gideon.
Their own base is getting minions.
Yeah, it is.
They could just hold on for a little longer.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.